god, her lyrics are just like I used to be special and now I hate myself. Oh, wow. Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucent. I'm a singer-songwriter, music producer, kind of guy. And today I'm going to be reacting to SOS by Sza. Let's go. Cool, I'm finally listening to this album. Thanks to you guys. I put a poll out on the channel asking what I should react to next. You chose Sza over Boy Genius and Sabrina Carpenter. So yeah, I'm excited to get into it. It's a huge album. I thought I knew who Sza was, right? And then I heard the song Good Days, which was a Patreon request back in like September or something. And I was so pleasantly surprised with how beautiful it was. So I'm very much like open and have like kind of no expectations now. So I'm excited to see what this album's going to bring. Did you enjoy the song that was in the beginning of the video? I'm glad you did. That was actually my song, Neon. And if you want to check out that song and my full album with the same name, you can do so on all big streaming platforms. Or if you want to support me here on YouTube, I've actually split my music off from this channel. So I have a separate music channel called Lucent Music. And if you want to support me and be the first to see all of my music videos, lyric videos, demos, all that kind of stuff, then make sure to subscribe on there. I've got new music coming out, a new EP style mini album thing, starting in August, hopefully. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure to subscribe on this channel, make sure to subscribe on that channel. And if you want to support me even further, then you can do over on Patreon. I'm excited. I need to get into this because it's a big album. So first song, this is the title track. This is SOS. Let's go. Morse code. It's gotta be Morse code for SOS, right? Shit.
Now little bitch can't let you finish. And that's right, I need.
So we've got a vintage reference.
This ain't no one inside. Cage out you hoes for God. No ass nigga, he's so.
So there's an interesting like hip hop reference along with this kind of vintage Hollywood kind of sound almost.
Ain't no spiteful, I'm just T. Can't hate a bitch for free. Talking, I'm off the bench. So classic, that ass so fat, it look natural, it's not. Damn right, I'm the one.
I love those moments of her like really going into that register in her voice. Like her voice sounds so nice in that register.
I'm horny like suck these, so daring.
It's giving me a bit Frank Ocean vibes actually.
And I cried, till it's on my mind.
That's a Dreamgirls reference. You should have known. Oh. Ooh. So the cocking of a gun, like it starts with the gunshot and ends with the cocking of the gun. It's quite interesting to have it that way around. Quite a kind of like emotionally heavy sample to use. Cool, interesting. Not what I was expecting. Quite heavy on the kind of rap side of it, so which isn't as much my style. But the vocal moments, like the singing moments, I really loved. And the random Dreamgirls reference. It's gonna be the bit I'm gonna notice, isn't it? But yeah, I love how her voice sounds. And I thought it was a really interesting kind of sonic palette. Give me a second, give me a minute. Nah, little bitch, can't let you finish. That's right, I need commissions on mine. All that sauce you got from me, all that shit I gave for free, I want it back, I want it back. So there's a sense of revenge. Maybe it's like a musical, like creative ownership type thing. All that sauce you got from me, like everything that you got from me, that you took from me, that you stole from me, I want it back. I want justice. It almost sounds like she put her first album out and she's like, all these people, you've been inspired by me, you've stolen my sound. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how it's really done. That's really what I'm getting from a sense of like this as like an intro track, you know. Punk ass tried to replace me, but the stakes are too high. They can't survive off mini-me. I'm talking pedigree. Ain't no writers, that's just me. Ain't no spies for it, I'm just T. So yeah, it's like saying that she's the only writer on the track. You know, she's like, all these people, all these copycats are like, not the real thing. I'm just me. I'm just doing this on my own. It's kind of like a kind of rock star kind of attitude to kind of be like saying I'm better than them because I write this all on my own type thing, which, you know, I think some of the best music in the world is collaboration, but whatever. Don't know why there's a Dreamgirls reference, but I'm here for it. Unless it's like she's pointing at Beyonce. That could be, you know, to be honest, like all the kind of thing about like saying that Beyonce has loads of writers on a track and whatever, like that's something that's often leveled at Beyonce. Interesting though. Interesting choice of sample. Okay, let's have a look at the next song. This is Kill Bill. It's obviously the movie reference. Ooh, dissonant.
Still a fan even though it's salty.
It's got kind of a hazy feel to it.
I'm so mature, I'm so mature.
Got a bit of a 90s vibe to it.
Next how I get here.
This is not what I expected from a song called Kill Bill, if I'm honest. Especially considering it's like the hit.
You was out of reach. You was at the farmer's market with your perfect peach. I'm so mature.
Sounds like an ex has moved on, I think. It's quite dense lyrically.
His new girlfriend's next how
Yeah.
in jail than alone.
Wow, I'd rather be in jail than alone. Wow. I'm gonna guess Bill is the name of the ex. I get, you know. Yeah. She's almost like taking the role of this like crazed ex. I'm doing this for us, you know.
I just killed my ex.
I just killed my ex.
In hell than alone.
I'd rather be in hell than alone. Interesting song where she's like, I've seen my ex move on. He's having a lovely life without me. So I'm just gonna murder him. I'd rather be in jail or I'd rather be in hell than alone. Obviously that's not real, but like, I think she's trying to create a sense of how psychotic we can feel when we are in that mode where we've been heartbroken, where we've been lonely and broken. We can all feel a bit crazy in that sometimes, and she kind of blows that up. I think that's why it's so relatable, is because she's taking like a feeling that we all have and like really exaggerating it, which I really appreciate that style of writing. Something that I try and do in my writing actually. Yeah, so I can understand like why people have connected to it. Also, I think there's like this kind of familiarity with the sound. Like it kind of has like this sense of like kind of retro R&B references, almost like not doo-wop, but like, I don't know, like that kind of era. Yeah, I'm not like crazy about the song though, if I'm honest. I was expecting something a bit more bombastic. The lyrics were pretty bombastic. Interesting. Okay. I'm willing to see where this is going to go. I'm still a fan even though I was salty. Hate to see you with some other broad. No, you happy. Hate to see you happy if I'm not the one driving. I'm so mature, I got me a therapist to tell me there's other men. So there's a sense of like, oh yeah, I'm doing the mature thing. I've gone and got myself a therapist, but you know, it's not true really, is it? And she knows that, like there's a real wit in her writing, you know. I might kill my ex, not the best idea. His new girlfriend's next. How did I get here? I might kill my ex. I'm still in love with him though, rather be in jail than alone. There's almost like a kind of Shakespearean kind of level of drama in this feeling of like, if I can't have you, then no one will, you know. Quite cool. I think lyrically, I'm really, really into that. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. This is Seek and Destroy. Okay. I like the masked vocal. Nice. Okay. Ooh, the drum beat's really interesting. Okay, I really like the vibe of this one. The urge is so demanding, the purge. Production here is really interesting. It's really kind of exciting sounds, like particularly the percussion. I hate to do it to you. Maybe there's a sense of her like destroying the memory of him. Who's that? It's like it could be like Justin Bieber or something. No, I think it's probably her, just like a different register. Is there some sort of formant change in her voice, making her sound really like boyish? I like the vibe of this one. All the pain I know is used to fuel my soul. Yeah. I think there's a sense of like taking down the ex in order to try and kind of heal herself, move on, you know? Cool ending, I like that. Yeah, I enjoyed the vibe of that one. I felt like I kind of got into the zone of it. Yeah, I so really intrigued with this kind of like story. I think that's kind of what's intriguing me more at the moment is like the lyrics. This idea that like her destroying him, taking him down is giving her a sense of like closure and moving on. This like stage of being like, they were awful, they were no good for you, fuck them, I'm moving on. She's apologizing that she kind of had to do it to them, but she's kind of saying, you know, it's still necessary. That story, she's taken it and amped up the drama within the lyrics, you know. You put me past my own capacity, boy, permission to crash, collecting damages, boy, no reaching or grabbing for clarity, for more clarity now, seeking destroy all missiles deployed. So, pushing past my own capacity, no permission to crash. It's like, I'm just gonna blow this thing up now. Literally, I'm gonna blow up this relationship, forget it ever happened because I need to move on. I need to stop looking for an answer. I just need to delete, you know? I can't stand it, the urge is so demanding, the purge, so necessary, the art of war, god damn it, I'm drained. Now that I've ruined everything, I can't complain. Now I've ruined everything, I'm so fucking free. Keep it all for me, space is all I need. Chasing fatter ass and fake connections, chasing facades in all directions, chances I've got no direction, begging my angels for protection. Danger arrives and I deflect it, new dick arrives and I erect it. Ha! Begging my angels for protection, thanking my stars, living reckless. All the pain I know is used to fuel my soul, no control. No control. The previous album's called Control, right? I do it to you. All the hurt I know is used to heal my soul. So she's really like utilising the pain and the hurt that she's felt, reflecting it back on him and using it to heal herself. And she's saying, I'm sorry I had to do it to you, but I had to. This is a necessary part of my growth and me moving on. I love all the references to like, you know, war, destruction and like all that stuff. The lyrics are really, I'm really, really enjoying that. Okay, next song, Low. Okay. We're going a bit trap. Again, like genre-wise, not really my vibe. Cool. This is quite kind of spacey, kind of dark, strange mixture of sounds. Like certainly so far on this album, like there's like a really interesting kind of murkiness and also quite eccentric, it feels, like approach to the production. I like the heaviness of that kick drum. Love that vocal like background moment, really cool. It's quite interesting that like the places in which she's performing her voice almost make it sound like different people.
Fuck you. Real shit. I wasn't even on fuck you. The dog should have to stop playing with me.
I love the end of that. That was hilarious. Yeah, again, like the vibe of it, like I felt like trap kind of invaded pop music. I never really liked it. I don't know, I got very much oversaturated because it was on everything for a while. So yeah, I'm a bit put off by machine gun hi-hats and that kind of sound, but I do appreciate like other sounds in it seem to be continuing this like production language, you know. There's like a sense of ambience in the background, a sense of like not quite being able to hear exactly what's going on in the background, but like it kind of providing a lot of rich texture and detail and an almost like dreamy, hazy, kind of summery feeling in that sense, you know, and like humid feeling. The levels there really work in terms of the production language, like that's actually carried through every single song, despite the fact that each song sounds quite different. Yeah, but not really sold on the song itself. I think that's more of a personal taste thing. Tell him to shoot, I'm out of the loop, I'm out of range. And if you seek me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent in the bedroom, I'll be screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. So there's a sense of like, she's trying to keep a low profile. Like she might be all that like in private, but that's private, you know. Oh, okay, so there is Travis Scott in here, so that's why it probably sounds like she's a different person. It's because it was. I need total confidential privacy. So it seems like maybe she's having this like down low relationship with someone and they're threatening to kind of like bring it out into the public, and she's like, no, that wasn't the deal. How about you actually keep it quiet, because I don't want my personal stuff out there for everybody to see. I'm not a tabloid queen, I'm an artist, you know. Fuck you, real shit. I wasn't even on fuck you, but you're trying to make me look stupid. I'll slap the dog shit out of you, stop playing with me. So it's like the beginning of like an argument. Sounds like I wasn't even on that song. Feels like she's like pushing against drama, pushing against kind of tabloid nonsense, you know. Okay, next one, love language. Let's go. Again, more of the kind of ambience. Why is this giving me Amy Winehouse?
Patience ain't no virtue with you. You with bitches on the side and let my mind
I guess it's like almost like a jazz reference, isn't it, in the guitar?
waiting for you to come lie to me
Wow.
in your love language.
Wait for you to talk to me in your love language.
Your love language. You remind me I'm imperfect and it sucks to admit.
Yeah, wow.
But he don't when he gets
I love the ease in her voice. There's like such a relaxed way in which she performs, but she just unfurls these moments of vocal control. Gorgeous. She's like, I don't understand your love language.
coming like you don't regret missing this. Know the difference between me and chickens.
Okay. This sounds like her, but in a pitch, doesn't it? It's almost like she's disguising this bit. Maybe there's some vulnerability she wants to hide. Ooh, I'm obsessed with that violin just in the middle there. Gorgeous. What an interesting cross-reference. I love that. Really creative. Ooh, the SOS. Oh, and it's going to go into the next one. There's like almost like a non-vocal call for help throughout this whole album so far. That SOS thing for me is like signaling help. Like, you need to save me. I'm trapped. Despite the kind of demeanor of like confidence, I get this feeling that she's trapped and that she's trying to like almost like send for help. Almost like the songs so far are like a facade, but actually she's actually trapped in the back room, you know? It's kind of like, yeah, very kind of meta. It's interesting. That one I enjoyed. Yeah, I really loved the vocal delivery. I really loved the strings. Oof. Really sounds like she's struggling to connect to somebody emotionally. Like something that I've heard from a lot of female songwriters recently. I've been like, obviously I do these reactions all the time. Particularly recently, I've been listening to a lot of songs that seem to be a woman singing to a man saying, your lack of emotional intelligence and your lack of understanding for emotions is holding us back. And I need you to be able to get vulnerable with me. Like, I'm hearing it all over the place, you know? Patience ain't no virtue with you. I done wasted plenty of time pacing around. Hate this Coop? You had bitches on the side, I let my mind wander too. You text me like I'm waiting for you to come lie to me. Ruin my day, saying shit to hurt me. I lie awake if you're not around me. I'm so onto you, still gone for you. So she's really saying here, I'm not over you at all. I still feel like I need to figure you out, which is at odds with Seek and Destroy, isn't it? Like, I think in Seek and Destroy, she's saying, I'm going to blow this up. I don't care about you anymore. I need to move on. And in this, she's really revealing to us that she's not moved on at all. Needing you to talk to me in your love language. Show me, how to connect to you. Help me understand how to speak your love language. So there's a sense, like, she's hoping that they're going to be able to get back together. She's like still trying to understand him, still trying to figure him out, still trying to fix him. Never good. Call me like you can't suppress memories of me. Call me like you got confessions queued up. Like your last bitch looked chewed up, baby. Call me like you don't regret missing this old thing back. Call me when you know the difference between me and chickens. I don't know what that means. All I know is mirrors inside me, they recognize you, please don't deny me. So she's seeing things within herself. She's doubting herself. There's like levels of like her seeing herself within the other person and feeling like she can understand him, but can't quite get there, you know? Yeah. I really love how the lyrics in that really just make her feel as if she's so intrinsically connected to him that she can't let loose. She needs to figure it out, you know, for her own sanity. And then there's this like SOS at the end. It's like, yeah, really cool. Dark. I really like it. Yeah. Next song, this is Blind. I love the way that guitar sounds.
Mind you like Bob Saget. Greedy, I can't pass it. Fucking on my ex cause he validate me. My past can't escape me. My pussy precedes me.
My past can't escape me. My pussy precedes me. That is actually so cool. Wow.
It's so embarrassing. All of the love I see.
Wow. This is gorgeous. Oh, I love the voice manipulation. That seems part of the kind of production language of this as well, isn't it, you know?
Mama told me never sit where you lay at. I lost too much, I lost too much. I hit my clutch and stayed the whole night. Pussy precedes me.
It's just such a good lyric.
Still taking the plan B.
Still taking the plan B. Like, I'm still taking the morning after pill. Like, she can't escape these feelings, you know? Yeah. She's trapped. She's saying she's kind of blind to the truth within herself. I love the subtlety in the background, like with this kind of like frenetic kind of vocal delivery over the top. It's quite interesting considering like a lot of stuff within this genre is like stylized around being very dry, and she's very much like styling her music about like heavy reverbs and stuff that give it this like dreamy feel. I really like that. Yeah, loved the guitar element. I love the strings and stuff in the background. They're very soft, tender, and like sad actually, but then the vocals over the top are like a mind whirring, like lyric after lyric after lyric after lyric, kind of anxious feeling. So it's quite a sharp kind of juxtaposition between the backing and the vocals. It gives this like feeling of sadness, and then this woman like trapped within that, you know, and so trapped by her anxiety that she's blinded, you know. Very poetic on multiple levels. They want me to get ratchet, they want me to attack it, put the hood on, now they call him Cassius. Not sure what that reference is. Fucking on my ex because he validated me, fucking up a check, I don't want to know receipt. Might get possessed, let my spirit speak freely. It's almost like being possessed by her own spirit. She's trying to get the truth out, but she doesn't know how, right? My past can't escape me, my pussy precedes me. It's like that sense that she's kind of fucked around quite a lot, and like she can't escape her past, and like because she's fucked around, it's like my pussy, my, you know, sexual organs precede me. Like people have an idea of who I am. They think I'm a slut, basically, right? That lyric is so good because there's this real like poetic feeling to it with the like alliteration and everything, but like there's that wit and there's that like humor in the way that she's talking about her pussy, you know. It's like, yeah, very, very high level, very clever. It's very highbrow and lowbrow at the same time, isn't it? Like, it's so embarrassing. All the things I need living inside of me, I can't see it. It's so embarrassing. All the love I seek living inside me. So she's kind of saying, you know, I think I have the ability to fix myself, but I'm blind to it because I'm still so hung up. Okay, next song. This is Used with Don Toliver. Ooh. Used to being used, yeah. I like this drum beat. It's kind of a breakback kind of quality to the snare and drums. Moments stolen taste better. I'm kind of over this whole like I'm an auto-tune rapper delivery thing. It all sounds the same to me now, you know. I'm Obi-Wan, you got in the time, and I'm out of patience. I burnt it with you. Better when you try. Wow, I'm enjoying the groove of this one. So this guy's taking me out of it. It's over, something's calling me, get closer. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean the feature, I didn't really enjoy the feature, if I'm honest. I'm not really a big fan of that style. I guess there's a bit of personal preference in this, but yeah, you know. Yeah, not completely sold on that one. I've used to being used like this, I like that. Ain't no difference, I'm immortalized in my thoughts. Praise to the Most High for protection over my most prized possessions. Talk about my sanity at 6.7. Praying they feel better, might get chipped. Minding my business, might get chipped. Sharing my vision, might as well. All that's real is forever, moments stolen taste better. There seems to be like, she's really, I think, assessing like her place in the world, and like how there's so much risk around her, you know, like there's friends who have died and thinking about their mothers. She's then worrying about herself, even though she's not doing anything to antagonize anyone. She's just doing her thing. She's like, I might get, you know, offed by someone for no reason. And so she's kind of like trying to use God in order to kind of help her with that heaviness, but she's questioning it. She's like, does that even work? You know, all that's real is forever, moments stolen taste better. So there's a sense of like, I just need to make the most of these stolen moments, you know. I love that lyric, actually. I like that Star Wars reference. Love will work better when you confess. Feelings don't need discussion. Spend my life discovering new shit. Looking at her life and thinking it's quite fleeting, and thinking, you know, actually maybe I need you to help me. And the way you can help me is by actually just sorting yourself out and like, you know, being vulnerable with me, like we said before. And maybe she's assessing how, like, the reason why people are cheating. Maybe it's this, like, fear and, like, the kind of societal side of it. That maybe that's what she's kind of looking into. Maybe trying to find some reason as to why her guy has like cheated on her and whatever, you know, it's why she's been used, I guess. Okay, next song, this is Snooze. I like the production. It's like a little bit guitar in there.
Long as you joking now here for me, I ain't got it. As long as you dreaming about me.
Her reverb is really part of her signature, isn't it? Like, it's cool.
I look better under you.
Tell the truth, I look better under you.
Snooze and miss the moment. You're just too important. When I'm with you,
I can't lose when I'm with you. I can't snooze and miss a moment, you're just too important. Yeah. Wow. Her lyricism is amazing.
it was magic, yeah. Smash and grab shit, yeah. Now the growing and I am saying when I'm with you, when I'm with you.
I like that kind of like the reflection of losing time and snoozing, the rhyme there. She really considers her lyrics, you know. I love that. I can't lose when I'm with you. I can't snooze and miss a moment. You're too important. She's like making the most of her time with this person. She's not snoozing her alarm because she's like, I gotta get right up and actually make the most of this time with you. Maybe she's has this feeling that she needs to make the most of that time because they're gonna break up, you know. It sounds as if they're kind of like in and out of their relationship, you know, throughout this album. You know, she certainly was referring to him as an ex, but doesn't seem to be totally broken up. I like the vibe of that one. It was kind of nice, you know. I guess style-wise, it's not really my bag, but like for me, she's really showing her genius in the lyrics. I touch that fire for you. I do that 3-4 times again to I testify for you. Told that lie. I kill that bitch. Oh, that's like referring to the earlier song, I think. Long as you jugging out here for me, I got it. Mobs screaming, looting, hiding your bodies. Right, so there seems to be like, she's kind of saying, you know, it doesn't really matter how toxic you are, how fucked you are. As long as you're dreaming about me, as long as I'm your only girl, then I don't care. She's quite dark. She's really, really dependent on him. To tell the truth, I look better under you. There's something really dark about that. I think that's quite intentional in the way that she is admitting that she's within his power, you know, like it doesn't matter what you're doing, like everyone can hide all the bodies for you, whatever, as long as you are thinking of me, I don't care. And then she's saying like there, I look good under you, which is like obviously a sexual reference, but like also a reference of like power and how much power she knows he has over her, you know. And there's something really dark about that. She's like a genius. Like her lyricism is just really so multi-layered and like obviously so instinctual, because you kind of you can really get a feel for what she's saying without her ever really explaining it in detail, you know. It's really pinpoint. It's great. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You're just too important. Although she's saying I can't snooze or wake up, I feel like she's a bit lost in a dream. This whole album had to feel like it's lost in a dream. It's very hazy, very reverb and very ambient, and I think that's really important. And like in terms of like the story and the sound, and there's a real sense of like her being in bed throughout this song. Like there's a kind of laziness to it, yeah. But I think she's very knowing in the way she's choosing her lyrics. You know, she's not kind of just saying I'm in love with you. Like she's very like aware of how dependent she is and how toxic that might be. Next song, this is Notice Me. Again, more wet, squatchy sounds. Heavy drums. There's a lot of space within the drums though that I quite like.
Tonight with you, top down and the CDs beat away too. All of this and jewels surround you. I'm just trying to be your person.
I don't want to be your girlfriend, I just want to be your person, you know. I just want to be important to you.
I can't regret no time spent with you.
Yeah, I still wonder whether you even notice me. Yeah, wow.
I can't like this gang, I just get more real.
She's like, I need to be more important to you than just your girlfriend. Like, I need to be something special, you know. There's something that she's still holding out for from this guy, you know. Part of me wonders whether actually this album's in reverse. Like, because the first kind of song is like her killing him, You know? Maybe that's it. Interesting. And the SOS is back again. She's like constantly throughout the album is like, you know, calling out for help. Like she's trapped. Like, yeah, it's really interesting. Maybe it's backwards. I don't know. Again, she's like, yeah, she's here just waiting for him to like treat her as something special, you know? You stay on my mind, I can't regret no time spent with you. And I still wonder if you notice me. Out of my lane, I get beside myself, I can't rock with you. Can't decide now either way, I'm busting through tonight with you. We can't even speak, but you stay on my mind. I can't regret no time spent with you, and I still wonder if you notice me. She really needs something extra out of him that she's not getting. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This is Gone Girl. Drop my phone.
Eyes on the climate, I decide no matter the climate. I'm chasing a rewind. I need less voices, just you and me.
Maybe she's like trying to find some simplicity between the two of them.
Ain't too tight, boy, you're losing me. Boy, you lose. Gone girl. She gone girl. Never gone girl. She gone girl.
I like the vocal delivery in that too.
With demons I digest.
On the See This With Demons I Digest. I just love her lyricism. It's amazing. Even like down to like just the moments, you know, like little like internal rhymes and stuff. It's really clever.
Just you and me.
Yeah. She knows what she wants, you know. But this whole album she feels like she's asking for stuff that she's not getting. I wonder if this is a deliberate reference to the movie. I mean, Kill Bill was a movie reference as well. Like,
No one around me.
I hate where I go when there's no one around. Wow. Love that. Wow. Wow. Ooh, key change. Wow, I need to escape. There's really a feeling of being trapped throughout this whole album, isn't there? I love the kind of classic instrumentation in it as well. Yeah, I really like that one. That was cool. That was a real mood. It does feel like there's like a sense of like maybe there's some kind of twist going on, which might be like the Gone Girl reference. Do you know what I mean? Because there's this feeling of being trapped. Like in so many different songs, it's like, you know, she's like under him. She's trapped within her own mind. She's blinded. She's, you know, calling out for help. You know, she's saying that SOS. Like maybe there's like a subtle kind of meta-narrative. I wouldn't put it past her because by the sounds of it, she puts a lot of thought into the levels of her lyricism, you know. I've split mind, don't need to decide when straightforward eyes on the climbing. I decide no matter the climate, birthing bitches in my third trimester. Just lay here beside me, hang time chasing the rewind. I just need more space and security, I need less voices, just you and me, I need your touch, not your scrutiny. Squeezing too tight, boy, you're losing me. So there's a sense of like, now she feels like he's maybe almost like too attentive, too much, like too heavy-handed, like scrutinizing her, you know, holding on too tight, because actually like, you're losing me. Gone girl, you better learn how to face it, she's gone. Never replace her, she's gone. In what I go when there's no one around me and memories drown me the further I go, and I ain't talking about the damage, pretending like it's all okay. I tried to erase, I live to escape. Yeah. Maybe she's kind of saying it to herself as well, you know. I live to escape. I think that's a really key line. Okay, next song. This is Smoking on My Ex Pack.
Roll the clip and run it back, I'm really like that. I'm
smoking her ex's cigarettes.
The data got you talking crazy, abracadabra, you niggas sideshow. I'm gassing like Texaco, infection like Mike.
You're gassing like Texaco.
Favorite athlete screaming, text me back.
It's like sample is giving me kind of 90s hip hop.
Together, I'm screaming back at a bus trick.
Yeah.
Smoking on my ex back tonight.
Maybe she's kind of saying she's finally managing to get past it, you know. I'm smoking on my ex's cigarettes, like, he's gone. He's not coming back. He's not going to come smoking himself, is he? What all that sample is. I kind of recognise it, I'm not sure. Yeah, sounds like a feeling moving on that song. I like the sample, I think that's quite nicely produced. Roll the clip and run it back, I really like that. I need the numbers, I need data, you got you talking crazy, abracadabra. You gassing like Texaco, infectious like a microbe, you test it, I might go. The lesser part of me loves all the cap, he's screaming get back together, I'm screaming back at the bus trick. Kind of saying, you know, actually all this hate that's slung at me, I'm kind of over it, I'm just going to smoke on the ex's pack, I'm just going to move on, you know. Next song, Ghost in the Machine with Phoebe Bridgers. That's another movie, right? That's the anime. That's Ghost in the Shell. Phoebe Bridgers, which is an interesting collab because I see her as much more like a kind of indie girl. So, quite cool. Okay, let's go. I love all the distant vocal stuff going on there.
Conversation is so boring. I just want fuck, eat, sleep from all the disaster.
Keep me happy. Distract me from modern disasters.
Craving humanity. Scared of giving mutual respect. Let's talk about AI. Robot got more heart than that. I don't.
Interesting. Never heard her sing like this before. And maybe that's still SZA. Yeah, there's. I think.
Can you lead me to the app? What's the password?
Just like, almost like asking for someone to control her, protect her, you know. Yeah, interesting. Oh yeah, there's Phoebe Bridgers. I was gonna say. You're not wrong, you're an asshole. Cool, I love that chord. There's still this feeling of waiting for something to happen, waiting for things to work out. Oh, interesting beat. This is cool. Yeah.
Those who have forsaken their humanity,
I wonder what that is. Ghost in the Machine. That was really cool. I really enjoyed like the slightly different place we went to. Like the kind of colours of that song were different, you know. Interesting, yeah. And like the addition of Phoebe's voice is very, very different and kind of gives it like an extra depth. I really enjoy it. I really like how they treated her voice. It almost made it sound like ghost-like, which makes sense, in the middle eight, you know. Yeah, there's almost a feeling of like kind of like wanting to kind of roboticize, that's not a word, things, you know, almost to kind of make it simpler, you know. Everything discussed in conversation is so boring. Heard about what? I hate her, I don't agree. I did it first. I give a fuck. I wanna fuck, eat, sleep, love, happy. Can you make me happy? Can you make me happy? Can you distract me from all the disasters? Can you hate on me and mask it with laughter? Oh, right, well. Can you lead me to the ark? What's the password? So there's a sense of like asking for someone to pull the wool over her eyes, you know. She's like, I don't want the truth. I just want to be like protective from it. I just want to be happy. It's kind of dark, huh? I need humanity. You all lack humanity, drowning in vanity. Everyone want to be beautiful, scared of the unusual, scared of giving mutual respect. All that you hate, you reflect. All that is godlike, you forget how to love somebody. I hate everybody. I hate everyone. Let's talk about AI. Robot got more heart than I. Robot got future. I don't. Robot got sleep. I'm wide open. I'm awake. I'm an autopilot. I'm out of my mind and I'm wide open. So there's a sense of like feeling completely disconnected from all the people around her to the point where actually maybe robots are actually more human than she is at this moment, you know? It's like being so burnt out that you feel like you've disconnected from your own humanity. That's like so deep, isn't it? Like mad. She's fab. Like, wow. Like just think about the level of like thought and the levels within that lyric that just like, it's really astounding. It's really cool. She should have called it Ghost in the Shell and then she could have continued the movie references, but you know, whatever. I don't get existential. I just think about myself and look where that got me. Standing on my own in an airport bar or a hotel lobby, waiting to feel clean. That's so fucking boring. So there's loneliness. I think I might be trying to patch my life with morality. Wow. It's like trying to maybe like make up or maybe come up with an excuse as to why you've done what you've done. And it's all very like, you know, assessing robots, AI, you know, it's like the levels, okay, what it is to be human. Oh my god, it's amazing. Okay, next song, this is F to F, which I'm guessing is like face to face, I guess. Wow, it's giving me like noughties pop rock at the moment. Yeah, nice, gorgeous, wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, we're going to Avril Lavigne vibes. This is cool. Unexpected. Cool. I'm fucking because I miss you. I'm sleeping around because I'm still trying to find what I have with you.
I just had to get my rocks off. You got no loyalty. I feel it coming. You hang me out to dry.
Wow. I'm obsessed with the sound of this one. It's so different. I really like it. Oh, she knows. I hate me enough for the two of us. Wow. This song wouldn't be like out of place on a Olivia Rodrigo album, really, would it? Just trying to fill the hole in her life, you know. I did not mean to make that innuendo. Cool. I like that. That's probably my favourite song on the album so far. Genre, style-wise, it's much more up my street, you know. I've never really all been that, like, into the kind of hip-hop kind of side of stuff. That one was much more like pop rock. I've been thinking about you, haven't got much sleep, worried that you already done replace me. Smoking on a backward because I miss my ex. Knowing I'm ovulating, I need rough sex. I love it. Knowing you're going to block me tomorrow, can you still come and get me? Missing my daddy when the night's cold. Wishing I didn't want to sell my soul. Like, there's so much darkness in this. Wishing that it wasn't so hard, man. I'm on my knees. Get a rise up watching you fall. Get a kick out of missing your call. I hate me enough for the two of us. Hate that I can't let go of you enough. This why. I fucking because I miss you. I fucking because I really miss you. That's actually so profound, really, isn't it? Like, to be able to look at herself and kind of assess why she's doing what she's doing, and realizing that it's all because she misses this guy, because she's like, I'm missing something in my life without you, and I'm kind of playing with you, and I'm like teasing you just to get a rise out of you. I'm trying to antagonize you because I just want to get your attention because I miss you so much, you know? And then she's realizing that the reason that she's so dependent on him is because she hates herself. Like, that's really like profound and really sad. But just the way that she has enough kind of intelligence to not only have this realization, but like next level genius to actually take it to a place where she can like put this into a song in a way that it feels so natural and profound and interesting and multifaceted and deep is next level. I can understand why people are so excited about her, to be honest. Like, she's great. As much as like not all the songs on this album have really been my vibe, I must say that I can recognise when someone's a brilliant songwriter, even if they're not my favourite songs, you know? Let's go on to the next one. This is Nobody Gets Me. Sticking with the acoustic guitar. Wow. Sounds like it's going to go into a ballad. I wonder what that instrument is in the middle. I don't know. I can't even tell.
Took a long vacation, no makeup, just Jay-Z. Wasted, screaming, fuck that.
She's got so much versatility. Wow. This sounds like it's a fucking like Kelly Clarkson ballad. Oh, this is gorgeous. Wow. Wow, okay. Oh my god. Yeah, wow. Nobody gets me, but you do. And then taking it super dry. Oh my god.
You proposed, I went on the road. You was feeling empty, so you left me. If I'm real,
wow.
If I was you, I wouldn't take me back.
She's so like self-critical. Yeah. I don't want to lose what's left of you. Wow. It doesn't matter, like the point at which you've got to, the low at which you've got to, I still want you. This is so unexpected. But I really like it. To go to this place, it's like, it shows a lot of confidence actually to go to a place like this, you know. It's very different. But it's like a love song from somebody who is so broken. Nobody else gets me. I can't be myself if I'm not with you. Like, I think she's very knowing of that place. She's very like aware of how toxic it sounds.
Nobody gets me, you do.
Wow. So unexpected, but so beautiful, like really beautiful, like classic kind of, you know, acoustic guitar ballad in the middle of the album. I think she recognises within the lyrics that a level of attachment and level of dependency on this guy is toxic. Like the kind of level of romanticism, like nobody gets me. I hate myself when I'm not with you, like basically. I think she's referencing these romantic songs in a way that reveals how untrue they are, you know? This kind of song would have been like 20 years ago, maybe an Avril Lavigne ballad or something, which is saying all this stuff like, you know, I don't want to live my life without you kind of level of dramatic romanticism. She's kind of referencing that, but also unveiling how toxic that actually is, you know? I think that's really, really on purpose. But she's also admitting that she's been in that place. Took a long vacation, no makeup, just Jay-Z. You were balls deep, now we beefing. And me butt naked at the AMGM, so wasted screaming, fuck that. Hurry now, baby, stick it in, for the memories get to kicking in. Oh, so she's like looking back at how they were almost like having sex to like cover up the argument, to distract from the argument, distract from the toxicity. I don't want to lose what's left of you. Oh my God. How am I supposed to tell you? I don't want to see you with anyone but me. No one gets me like you. How am I supposed to let you go? I only like myself when I'm with you. It's so toxic, isn't it? Like, took me out to the ballet, you proposed, I went on the road. You were feeling empty, so you left me. Now stuck dealing with a deadbeat. It feels like they've gone through such a kind of rough, like, not being on the same page, like him proposing to her and her just fucking off, and him feeling heartbroken and becoming like an empty shell, and her kind of, you know, now I'm dating the deadbeat. Like, there's all these kind of, this like so many levels of drama, all these arguments, you know, like covering it up with sex, quick, just stick it in before we actually get to the actual meat of the truth of it, covering it all up. And in the center of that, she's saying, I hate myself when I'm not with you. And it's like, the level of dependency is just so tragic, but she's so aware of it, you know? It's genius, yeah. It's like, that's how to take something like a classic kind of ballad, classic reference, and take it to a much more like, you know, intelligent place. Amazing, yeah. Wow, it's next level, really. Genuinely so clever, you know? Okay, next song, this is Conceited. It's a bloody long album.
I just got my body done and got no guilt about it. Bitches and making despicable, like, oh, feeling like my lobby, oh.
Yeah.
Love it when they got me, oh.
Let's talk about the economy.
No
Oh, it's about earning her own money and her own economy, yeah.
yeah, no reason to depend on you. No reason to make friends, I'm cool, and I want more.
I got everything but I need, but I want more.
'Cause I'm betting on me. I'm betting on me.
Betting on me. So there's a sense of independence here, which is new.
Always speaking my name, I can't lose no sleep about it. Now her place, she ain't make no peep about it. Oh.
Cool. Sounds like she's like almost like trying to like give herself a pep talk, you know?
No reason to make friends, I'm
She's like, you know, I've got no reason to depend on you anymore. Like, I am okay on my own. So why am I still obsessed?
I can't take my foot off their neck. It's
Maybe she's kind of unpacking like the kind of capitalist side of this, you know? The fact that she has everything that she needs, but she's not actually happy.
me. I'm betting on me.
Cool. I like that, yeah. Like a very kind of chill moment, but like something that did seem to have a lot more like optimism, actually. Considering like the previous song was like, nobody gets me, I hate myself when I'm not with you. Like, for that one to say I'm betting on me is quite a sharp turnaround. But I wonder whether she does actually feel that way, or whether she's just trying to tell herself that, you know? I don't like nobody, I don't feel guilty about it. I just got my body done, ain't no guilt about it. All these bitches is minions. Despicable. So clever. I got no reason to depend on you, no reason to make friends, I'm cool. So she's quite kind of like saying, you know, I'm kind of independently an introvert, like I don't need to have loads and loads of friends, I'm actually fine. Yeah, I do wonder whether it is actually a pep talk, you know, I'm gonna bet on me. She is still talking about him though, like, heard you fucking these lames and ain't losing no sleep about it. Heard me speaking my name, I can't lose no sleep about it. Say that shit to my face, you know I'm gonna slide about it, put that bitch in her place. I mean, she's still kind of hung up really, isn't she? Because she's obviously saying there like, I would still beat her up, you know, if she said anything, which obviously she does care. Let's go to the next one. This is Special. Different vibe.
Never wore any makeup and she owns couture. I got pimples with my dry skin on my elbows and knees. I never wanted to be like, cause you never
Beauty
saw
standards.
I wish I was special.
Wow.
No, I'm just a loser.
Wow.
But you made me hate me.
Wow.
That you made me.
Wow.
You.
I hate that you made me just like you.
Just like you. I wanted to be thick, now I wanna be thin. You gon' hit my mouth, you could kick me out. You say I'm too wild, you can see you.
Wow. She feels completely damaged, and she used to have so much confidence, and now she looks at herself and just sees the flaws, you know.
But you made me hate me, just like you.
Ooh. I love this. God, her lyrics are just like, I hate that you made me just like you. Like, I used to be special, and now I hate myself. Oh, wow. Wow, amazing. I really like that. And that was a little bit closer to the kind of style that I'm into. So heartbreaking though, to kind of like see that like this relationship has like reduced her to a place where she has developed body issues. You know, she's like, I just want to be thin. I want to be like that perfect Gucci model, you know, like I have now got to a place where I've succumbed to the pressures of this kind of abnormal beauty standard, and I find myself like conceding to it because I was reduced to that when I was with you. Maybe she was treated like just like a side piece, you know, nothing important. She's like, you made me hate me, and now I hate that you made me just like you. Mental. She's realizing that like she was with somebody who was so toxic and pulled her down to that level, to the point where she felt like she was dependent on him, to the point where they were fighting, to the point where she had lost all self-confidence, where she started hating herself, where she started thinking that she wasn't herself without him. And here she is like alone and realizing that she used to be special, and now she just feels broken. And it's like quite a stark thing to realize, I think, but it's an important thing to realize, it seems. And this could be like the moment, like a real moment of growth, I think. That was really gorgeous. Next song, this is Too Late. Love that guitar. I feel like this album's got more and more creative and out the box as we've gone on, which I really like.
I know where I'm going. You'll be on my phone to get my
Love the drum machine stuff.
Too late for us.
Wow.
Is it bad that I want more? Is it
Oh yeah. Is it too late for us? We're both scared of love.
booty too big and you need two hands? Bustin' like you catching the body and you was up. Can't get enough. Is it too late?
Wow. I really like this. This is a really nice vibe. I'm really into it. I love that transition as well.
I want
Into that guitar.
you to test it. I know.
That squelchy synth's really cool as well. It's giving me Mario Galaxy vibes. Who gets the reference?
Too late for us. Now with you. Nobody hear me like you do. Too late for us.
Back out at sea again. Oh, okay, we're on the next song. Sorry, I was totally lost in that. The reference of the sea and the kind of navy call of SOS and everything, like the Morse code and everything. I'm liking that kind of through line. Works on the image, works in like the canvas on Spotify. Is it too late for us? Still seems she's hoping for things to work out. Maybe these are different people. I'm not sure. Is it too late for us? We both dangerous, moving so close we can bust. Is it bad that I want more? I think if you're asking that, you probably already know, don't you? Had to go alone to get it how I wanted. Had to be alone to figure out how I should be loved. And if it's just us, is that enough? Is it bad that I want more? So it does feel as if she's really learned about being alone, and she's kind of saying like, now we've been apart, like, can we come back together and figure it out? You know, now I've figured out what I'm doing, what I need. Can I connect to you properly? But she's saying, is it bad that I want to give it another go? Should I be actually just saying like, fuck off, you fucked it up, That's gorgeous. Like, I love the idea that like it's a relationship that's broken up, and she's kind of saying, actually, is it bad that I actually want to give it another go? Okay, let's go on to the next one. So many bloody songs, Kate. This is Far.
How do I deal with rejection?
How do I deal with rejection?
It makes me feel very small.
That's great.
Wow.
Try to swallow my shit away. You bruise, need a palm tree. I be drinking in private, don't feel it, don't lay away. Done being, I don't want none of that shit, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Got me running so far, I don't recognize me. Far, cause I let you define me.
Wow.
Stay far, so far.
Yeah, I feel less cool than before.
Bullshit at the door.
Check your bullshit at the door.
Everything reminds me of us. Better than letting go, scared that
So there's like an idea of like, I'm done with like being fake. I don't want to play clueless, I want to actually just be truthful and realistic and myself. She's kind of saying, I'm going to keep everybody at an arm's length and I'll be fine like that. This like relationship has pushed her to that point, She feels that broken. She needs to push herself away.
Far like I don't recognize me. Far.
Yeah, far like I don't recognize me. I feel like she understands. There's a level of like intellect and understanding of where she is. And so she writes from that perspective, you know? And that's something I really appreciate about all her writing, is that she has sat back and analysed where she is, who she is, and why she is that way, and written all her songs from that perspective. It seems to be with a lot of thought. I think you get a lot of songwriters who really seem to celebrate being able to write a song as you're feeling it, writing a song in the moment, you know, from that perspective right there and then. Like, there's something kind of like more real about that, which it's one way to write a song, but what I really appreciate is that SZA is writing stuff from a considered perspective. I'm not just writing, I feel this way, I feel this way, I feel this way. She's kind of writing, I feel this way, I'm fucked up, and this is why I think I am fucked up. You know, this is where it's all coming from. These are the details. This is like she's kind of unpicking it as she goes, and it's like there's just such an extra level to that for me in terms of like the lyricism and stuff that you don't get when you're just like, this is how I feel, this is my emotions, you know. It's like very 2D. Like, her stuff is 3D. Like, there's so many levels to it. How do I deal with rejection? I'm dealing with a lot of rejection right now. It makes me feel very small. I'm guessing that's her therapist. Oh, that's great. If nobody wants you, you're free. That's a different perspective, huh? She's certainly like trying to see it from different perspectives. Tried to wash all my shit away, tried to wash all my emotions. Need a few brews, need a palm tree. You know, I need to like cleanse. I don't want to party. I don't want to get all like messed up in this. I just want to be on holiday. I want to be like disconnected from this because I need to start afresh. That song does really have a feeling of freshness to it. And I think that's what she's trying to kind of embody. Far like I don't recognize me. Far because I let you define me. Far because I can't trust nobody. So she's like, I'm going to get away. It is a literal getaway. You know, she's like, I need to get away from myself because I don't recognize myself anymore. I need to rediscover who I am. Far because I let you define that person who I don't want to be anymore, and far because I can't trust anyone around me to actually help me. So I'm going to be on my own, I'm going to be alone, and I'm going to really work on myself and really work at trying to get back to that person I was when I used to feel special, you know. She's amazing. I love these lyrics. They're just really just beautiful, like, and so detailed and so deep. Next song, Shirt. I'm hoping some of these songs are going to be like a minute. Cool. I really like the rhythm. The drums are cool. Nice.
Lost without you all around me.
Ooh, cool. Really cool sounds.
And all about me. All I got right now. Stain on my shirt, new bitch on my nerves. Some perfection, let you all in my mental.
Yeah.
Found a way to fuck it up still and stay.
So it seems like she's starting to find some escape. It seems like earlier in the album it was all about being trapped, and now it seems like she's talking about escape, like getting away.
Perfection, let you all in my mental. Got me looking too desperate. Is it what you say and how you do me to hurt this way?
Wow.
Feeling lost, but I like it.
Feeling lost, but I like it. Yeah. It's like the feeling like when you go to like a new city or like on your own, you go traveling on your own and you kind of can disconnect from who you are. And it's like, there's a feeling of like being able to find yourself by disconnecting from what you had before, you know? It's finding a new perspective, isn't it? And being able to kind of look at yourself from a different perspective and heal. Yeah. Oh, it's not it. Yeah, cool. I must say that like at the beginning of the album, I was like, I'm not really feeling this. I'm like not sure like why people are crazy about it. But like the more I've listened and the more I've dug into the lyrics and stuff, the more I'm just appreciating all the levels of detail and amazing, immaculate lyricism that's like so deep, you know? And I really feel like I'm kind of can connect to that story in a way, you know? Kiss me dangerous, been so lost without you all around me, get anxious, leave me, don't look back. It's all about you. In the dark right now, feeling lost, but I like it. Comfort in my sins and all about me. Blood stain on my shirt, new bitch on my nerves. Go back on my word, damn bitch, you so thirsty. This album's so long, my camera's running out of battery. Yeah, it seems as if she's like trying to kind of unwind all this kind of negative stuff that she's taught herself or that he taught her. She's trying to unpick that one line at a time and trying to kind of reframe who she was and find a new perspective and trying to kind of undo that. I think like It reminds me of like, for me, like I did a lot of traveling and it felt like I wanted to undo a lot of like who I felt I was at the time. Like when I came out of uni, I felt like I hated myself too, you know, and I really did get to, in moving halfway across the world and being able to kind of completely distance myself from who I was, I could look at myself from a different perspective and actually piece it back together. And I started realizing the things that I did really like about myself. I started from there and just kept going, you know. But sometimes you need that disconnect. You need to be able to like remove yourself from the situation, remove yourself from these people, and almost see yourself as a new person in order to kind of figure out who you actually are again, you know. Let's go on to the next one. This is Open Arms.
When you do your best, you can. I told you. When you do all you can do.
All you can do is your best. Oh, I love that chord.
Running away from where I'm from, you lost and found me.
Wow.
Open,
Gorgeous.
open arms.
Wow.
Wow.
So she's met somebody, maybe it's a family member or something, who's met her where she's at and has just thrown her arms open and just accepted her.
But please put a leash on me anyway. Who needs help? I hate myself to make you stay. Push me away. You keep me open to you.
Wow, that's nice. Very different vibe, huh?
Hit his curve up, sliding, seeing every shade.
I'm not crazy about Travis Scott, if I'm honest. Just over that style, you know.
I gotta let you go.
I've got to let you go. I've got to move on, yeah. I do feel like this end of this album is becoming warmer and more healing.
The only one that's holding me down.
I'm the only one who's holding me down. Okay, wow. There's a sense of like returning to family, embracing the kind of joy that comes from that, you know. Maybe it's talking about how her family were the ones who opened their arms to her. That was really nice, and it feels like we're finding like some progression as the album comes on. It's getting warmer and warmer and warmer, and it feels like she's starting to realize the good things in her life, you know, starting to appreciate the good things in her life and starting to kind of let go of the toxic stuff. And starting to kind of allow herself to be happy, you know. Running away from where I'm from, never can stay with no one. Loving you almost feels like something when no one's around me. You lost and found me. I was surrounded with open arms. You keep me open, I'm so devoted. I'm so devoted to you. I hate myself to make you stay. God. I'm confused whether she's still talking about this guy or whether she's actually kind of saying whether she's actually moving on or not. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's about like trying to push that devotion towards the right people. I think it must be, right? Okay, next song, this is I Hate You. I hope this is directed at the ex.
Be so bold myself, can you come and fuck me? I feel I'm plugging up and down, baby. Lost in the line you find. I hate you. I do.
If you're wondering if I hate you, I do. I feel like this is that, like I was saying earlier, that kind of keying into like needing to hate them for a bit, you know, in order to actually get over them. But I feel like she's actually doing that now, you know, like the kind of cyclical kind of feeling to that, but like how now it feels real, you know.
When shit was different than what it was, I lost, ain't no finding us. Shitty of you to make me feel just like this.
I just love that. I like that she's now putting the hate on him. Like earlier she was very much specifically saying like I hate myself, and now she's saying I hate you instead. Yeah, it feels like she's finally managing to like push past it and say I hate you, pure and simple. I'd be so bored with myself, can you come and fuck me? I feel so ordinary sad when you're around me. Treat me like corduroy, wear me out. Arguments, you air me out, tripping about your whereabouts. It's like I can't keep up with the drama anymore. She's realizing that, you know, that's the kind of shit that she was stuck in, and now she's like, actually, nah, I hate you. Next song, this is Good Days, which I have heard before, but I'm really interested to hear it as part of the album now. So let's go. This is such a gorgeous song, actually. Just love the texture in it.
You'll be heavy in my mind, can you get the heck out, baby? I've been on my empty mind, shit. Wasted the best of me on you, baby.
Yeah, wow. I'm worried that I wasted the best of me on you.
Choose the right, but it will pick up in front of me. All the while, good days.
still got the hope now. Even though like she felt like she was kind of ruined by her, she feels like she has a level of optimism now.
Way to dip, way to kill the mood. Heavy on my empty mind, shit. On your babe, you don't care.
Yeah. There's a realization that like he doesn't care, that she feels like she's lost that special part of her, that she wasted that on him, you know. I love this song. This song kind of has her sonic stamp all over it, you know. You know, the ambient, really interesting, detailed backing stuff that has like, with her like unique vocal over the top. The kind of ambience has been throughout the whole thing. There's been a dreaminess throughout the whole thing. But now it's like a optimistic dream, you know, rather than like a nightmare, you know. This is such an accomplished song in terms of like, you know, production of it and the composition of it. Also, like, I think the fact that it's long, all the other songs on the album are kind of quick, anxious feeling, but this one sits in it for a bit longer, which I think is a really important switch. You know, I love the sense of optimism. I love the sense of nostalgia that's like steeped in that. It really just is so drenched in that, and it's like a real kind of masterclass in how to kind of create mood and have it actually have so much meaning in the context of the album, you know, to have such a kind of nostalgic, relaxed, embracing yourself, embracing your future, feeling optimism despite all the pain and the hurt of the past. I think it's encapsulated within the mood of that song and not just the lyric. And like, that is such an important place to be at this end of this album, you know, just learn something. If you want to check out my original reaction to Good Days, I did actually edit that one. It was a Patreon request, but I edited it and put it on YouTube, so I'll link it for you. Speaking of, before we go into the last song, this is a quick shout out to my patrons. These guys all support me on Patreon in all the different tiers. As well as getting your name in the video, you can also get all my reactions unedited, and you can get them a week ahead of everybody else. You can also get exclusive videos that only go on there. And then if you're in the upper tiers, you can also request specific reactions from me, be it a song request, artist request, or a full album. Yeah, so that's all over on Patreon. Links in the description. Thank you to everyone who supported me so far. You know, like, you're an integral part of my career at this point, so thank you so much. Cool, let's go on to the final song. Finally, this is Forgiveless. Cool, heavy drums. I like the retro feel. Very 90s. Interesting. Interesting place here in the album.
Bitches love my enemies and the peace. Call that bitch my kid, she ain't no kin. Give a fuck what you prefer, I'm super frown to go back and hug you roses.
Quite a powerful statement to end the album like this. She could have easily ended it on Good Days, you know.
But watch how you think out loud if it's about me though.
I think I would have liked to have ended on Good Days. This almost feels like a kind of, I'm kind of scared about being vulnerable in the last track on the album, you know. I want to end it on a kind of powerful moment, you know. Interesting. Such a weird rap to have featured on as the last song on the album that's all about like vulnerability and stuff. Yeah, didn't love that, but don't care about consequences. I want my lick back. Don't mind who watching. Getting to push your wig back. I don't mind burning bridges. Love my enemy's centerpiece. Call that bitch my kid. She ain't no kin to me. I thought I told you before, it's not going to end how you want. Not in the dark anymore. I might forgive it. I won't forget it. So yeah, there's a kind of powerful statement of saying like, you know, I am not lost within this anymore. I am standing in my power and saying, fuck you. You know, like, you're not going to get away with shit anymore, which is like a powerful statement to end it on. I just feel like Good Days was such a kind of like vulnerable kind of healing moment, and would have been the perfect ending for me. Yeah. Okay. So overall, I was really like surprised. Went through so many different places, and like at the beginning of the album I was a little bit like, okay, I'm not really getting it, but like as it went on, I think I realized that like the story she's telling and the vulnerability and the places that she's going to is like next level. It can be quite shocking, but also when you actually dig into the lyrics, like it's quite moving to kind of hear somebody pick apart their psychology in a way that's so deep and so well done, you know? Yeah, and although it's not an album that's necessarily like in my wheelhouse, in my genre, I can certainly appreciate like the level of craft and the level of detail and the level of like genius lyricism that's in that. I just think it's really, really high tier. And there are a bunch of songs on there that are actually more my vibe and I think I'll listen to a lot. It's so bloody long though. I feel like I would say, I mean, I can understand the vibe of it. Like you put it on and you just kind of like go with it, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Like I prefer a more succinct style, but I don't think that's necessarily what she's going for. So anyway, cool. If you want to watch my original Good Days reaction, it is here. And if you want to check out my music, head over to my music channel here. Thanks.